Okay, hello and welcome to It's All About Carlow. Today we're visiting the County Carlow Military Museum here in Carlow. If you're at home and you're not doing anything, you want to do something, why not pop down today? There's a great array of displays, military and other ones. So enjoy the live video.
From here at the entrance, I think.
Just before we go.
Here we have Captain Michael Lennon, military police 1930s, 1950s. And over here we have chiefs themselves, Michael Collins, Michael O'Hanlon. And we have the military uniform for back in the day.
Stuff here going back to like 1915 onwards, so like medals for the performance and independence in Carlow, up to this guy here then was the governor of Arbor prison, and then up here they don't have any tanks, but they have a bicycle you can fit your rifle onto. That's like a true thing though. You can fit your rifle onto the
You said you don't.
What? What was on the telly? Yeah. Like, well, it's hard to look at this. Yeah, you. Yeah, look.
Basically, did see that.
GOP. I seen him yesterday.
Yeah. You walking dog.
With the hair coming up over the back of his tongue.
Yeah. From Hunchback.
I've seen everything.
Hunchback of Carlow.
Be glad you can see as much as you have.
Actually, some of the Irish Army helmets. So the Johnson and World War I exactly like this. Then World War II probably not the best thing to be looking like this. So you're getting helmets on like this.
No worse than me. I forgot my camera, my phone. I ran up to Dunn's to get a few bits for the kids. I forgot my phone.
I think I came too prepared.
Huh?
I came too prepared.
It's fabulous to feel like I was looking
serious?
around there. Oh no, it's beautiful. Yeah, and look. Yeah, and it's great to see that there's big crowd here too. I like to watch it. So I do.
I
Yeah,
come
no,
every
it's
year.
great.
I do.
Yeah, no, I think once or twice, but this is the biggest ever.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Did you now know everything? I was coming up there to Dunn's just to get a few bits. I said I'd come up here. There's roses coming into Carlow today.
That's right.
Now,
Carlow is coming into Carlow.
where are they going to? Did you get the wind of that now? I didn't hear about that now.
We're going to visit a few premises, but at the moment it seems to be a little hush-hush.
I'm glad, but if you would have known, anyone would know. But I was trying to figure out, I said, can I say something? No, I just said, I heard it on the radio, but it didn't say where they're going to be or who they're meeting or anything.
Yeah, I think it's going to go to some of the local business. It's Sunday today, isn't it?
Yeah,
So they may go
I'd
to
say that I normally go to, who's very much involved now at the hotel.
Could be the one on Coal Street, the Chop Down.
Could be,
They're doing a good thing there.
yeah.
Readies. Definitely will go in around Fair Green.
Yeah, maybe. Might pop up later on there and see. No, I knew about this and I said I'd pop in, but I didn't. I was trying to figure out because I hadn't. Normally you get wind that they were coming, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't hear anything.
Sure,
I thought
it's
you'd
all
know.
hush-hush. Not everything, but some things.
99.9% you know now, in fairness to you.
I did try to keep all the rest of it.
No, which is good, but I just said I would. But this is lovely. So
Yeah,
it is.
it's just lovely.
Yeah.
Great for our history and everything.
Absolutely, and so much of our Irish families and friends have fought, and they're from other generations on, 100%, yeah. Well, look, have a lovely day. I'm going home to cook a chicken that'll be ready for 7 tonight.
Enjoy.
Bye.
Bye. Jim's going in there cooking chickens. And remember, the Carlow Roses are in Carlow today, and it's going to be a can you find them? As I say, it's usually their own home county that they very rarely visit, as they said. They seem to go to all the others to advertise what people are doing. But good luck to them all. Today, of course, we're just doing the Military Museum. This is the Emergency, which is 1939, 1946. Fascinating display of stuff there. Over here, the dress tunic and beret. So if you're at home and you have nothing to do today, it being a Sunday, and why not pop along and check out the military display that we have today up in the Road. You probably know it as the District Hospital. I remember these from Dad's Army, although this was barrack life and the expression kit from 1960s to 1970s. Testing out the guns. So this is a bull wool great coat from the 1970s. magazine rounds there.
Anthony, how are we doing? Peter here. I was in touch with you there during the
Peter,
week.
how are you?
Nice to meet you.
Grand.
Jeez, you're
I tell
all
you,
kitted out here.
Just came jury rig last night. I'm actually
Yeah.
going live on one and recording on the
Oh,
other.
very good.
So,
Excellent.
it's okay for me to...
Oh, jeez, without yeah, go for it.
Brilliant.
Please
Thank
do.
you for the invite.
No hassle, jeez. No hassle at
I
all.
would say you've definitely outdone yourself. I think.
Yeah, good crowd up there.
Oh,
Time with the weather,
fantastic,
the weather's
yeah.
holding up as well. So.
You know, and
Hopefully something that we hope to build on year because there's great scope to
absolutely.
expand the show out onto the grassy area, onto
Absolutely.
the side, or get more vehicles out around the back as well.
that I'd like to see.
Yeah.
You know, this is great. I think you have more this year than I had. last
Yeah,
year.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
well,
more reenactors actually.
I saw
So,
that.
yeah.
Okay,
Polish and
cool.
the 101st out.
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, so
Fantastic.
hopefully we'll build on. It's gaining momentum year after year, and more of the reenactors, the vehicle people are hearing about it now. So
Yeah.
any excuse for them to come down and dress up and show off.
Share on the page
Yeah.
as much as you want. Everybody, you know. and
Yeah,
thank you.
appreciate it. No, that's a lot. Should we catch you in a bit, all right?
Catch you in a bit.
Same as it, right? So you can see we're not at the bottom, so it's just like completely flat land. So this one here on the gate would have been made by accident. Like before we got it, it was like the back of the head of the
Some fucking extra was right now.
yeah. And then everything got it on film. Fair try, let you hold it going.
I'm going back.
So this is a small
know
tree.
I know this place.
These are Japanese. Eddie, hold them joint dogs. Eddie, hold them black dogs. Eddie, get all them black
That's all the good.
Yeah. So like, there's still guys. So the reserve stuff is not like.
I've seen one of these on one of the antique websites.
Yeah, this Japanese hanging
This might be a bad idea. Or maybe Dad might make it up something. Yeah.
There's Japanese colleagues that make them.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
No, that's your hand. Don't take me. Take me. Put it back on the outside. It's a friend.
No, the one behind that one.
Behind this one up here on top.
Yeah.
That's
What's the Mr. Machine?
that one. Yes, but not this way.
Thanks.
I want to look this way.
Oh, what? But I only go.
That's off a V1, the tail of the V1.
Really?
This,
That's off of V1.
yes. The right.
Wow. This is off of V1.
Yeah, yeah. It is, yeah, it is from that's custard now.
You didn't know, that's why I'm telling you now. It's the same stuff here as last year.
Where they are, yeah. They're Lancaster log books.
Oh.
So these are actual ones where they would do is for the raids.
Yeah.
So they would log the raids that to be signed off. When you have this one open, is you'll actually see here the infamous Dresden raid.
Right.
So you will see in this case here, he had an emergency landing, but he was due, went out on the Dresden raid. This one here, he has his raids numbered, but you'll see, for example, the likes here is that he has, he was going to Bordeaux, he had 5 by 2,000 pound bombs and 1 by 1,000 pound. He was attacked by an enemy fighter, but he was also hit by flak.
Right.
So he survived it because he went on others, but there's he's numbered his operations and he gives the bomb loads.
And they have to write everything that
They
do
had
with
everything,
the
and
line.
you will see, oh yeah, everything is there and everything is, yeah, it has to be signed off because the raids have to be verified.
Who's this book belonging to now?
No, his name is there and all, yeah, no, it's stamped and all.
What was he? Is he a Wellington or
No,
a,
no,
or
a Lancaster.
Lancaster?
These are all Lancaster, yeah. And there is the pilot.
Is that the one guy or is it that's
Yeah.
interesting. Now, you
And
wouldn't be
no,
hard to
no,
get
and
those.
these are rare and expensive to buy, and the same there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a big,
So
I
these
have
are-
a huge one of them. I actually have a big one of them, and I must make it a 1/72 scale. So the thing is huge. It's actually bigger than that.
And what
And
the-
I've had it done.
What they also show you belong to this gentleman here is these. You rarely see. I've never seen these. They actually got to because when I was buying this. What this shows you is
Do you own all this
yeah.
stuff? You do?
Lancaster, his name, the date.
1945?
Yeah, 45.
Yeah.
Here are the time fuses.
Right.
So he's taking the mark of the bombs that he's carrying.
Yeah.
So he's telling you there he is 4, 6, 10. This is the mark. So he's of them. Here he gives you his bomb load again.
4,000.
So 1/4000. That's a cookie. Now that was designed specifically. It was literally a drum.
Right.
Highly,
Oh, I know
highly,
the- that
highly.
wasn't
It
the-
wasn't
the-
ballistic. The idea was a blast bomb. It
That
was
was
no
that the thing
crate.
That was the dam busters. The drum was the dam buster one, wasn't it?
Yeah, with this one,
For nothing
what
else.
we do with this one is the idea this was to blow the windows in and to blow the roof off the houses, and the incendiaries would come
that
in
was first
and then
yes.
set the fire.
There was a lad by the name of Pierce, I think, wasn't he? The guy that invented that three method of bombing.
Yeah.
You went in with them first, and then you went in the incendiaries, and the wind.
That's
the wind you created a
The
firestorm.
firestorm, yeah.
Firestorm.
And it's
that's
12 by
Pierce, I think was
12,
his name.
12 by 500.
12 by 500.
And there's how many litres he'd carry?
1,700 gallons.
1,700 gallons, yeah, yeah.
Cool, yeah.
And some of these, I'm not sure. One of them was
A modern jet had burned
the
that.
timing of his camera, I think.
A modern jet had burned that in a few
I know,
minutes.
yeah. But he's going about 300. So you can see that everything was, everything on it was loaded. Actually, there's probably the most famous one because that's for the Dresden raid. So he has Dresden here. That's his. So he's telling you here. Look at 2154 because this was an extreme range of the. He carried
Yeah,
one.
the very limited or fucking.
Yeah, he
fuel
carried
capacity,
1/4000 and 4 canisters. Now that could have been chaff. So
Oh,
the canister,
canisters of chaff.
or
Yeah,
it could have been
that's right,
incendiary.
the chaff,
So
yeah.
they just opened up
Probably-
and
well,
dropped
if he was
houses.
carrying- if he was
Now he's
carrying
kind
that
of
now-
yeah. If he's
well,
kind of cookie,
well, there was a limit to what they carried. You know what I mean? So
Oh, yeah.
if he was carrying that, he probably most likely these are only chaff because they weren't bombs. You
no,
wouldn't
they
carry
could have
much
been.
more,
We
you
carried
know.
it up to about 21, but that'd be
Yeah.
blast. That'd make sense that it was incendiaries because
Yeah.
that would drop first blow, and the incendiaries then are only 2 or 3 pounds to set fires to the place.
Right, so no permanent
Once you had the
ground.
wind
Yeah,
is blowing
yeah.
out, you were right. That's
Yeah,
what they said.
yeah.
And
So-
do you know what they used to drop then? The delayed action ones.
Yeah, and you see here,
You see, yeah.
T is 1000,
Yeah.
a distributor 2, and incendiary stop. So
That
they
was
give
all
the whole
that-
details of the
that was
bombs.
terribly confidential that time.
Oh, it was, yeah.
You'd
All,
be shot, you nearly knew
oh no,
what
this
to
this
do
had to be
that
filled in, and it was done in.
Nowadays it's just.
It was done in when they came back and they debriefed, they filled it in, and it was signs there and then.
They had the two
That's
main
all.
big bombs
That's
they
all
had
belonged
was
to
the-
that one pilot.
Pilot.
That logbook, all this documentation, his star. There's he's even showing his signals. These are some of the photographs off the raids that are linked in this. So you have this one, Gelgiskirchen. So he has you there. He gives the date. He gives it a 7-inch. This one was a 7-inch camera.
Right.
He's showing the lens that he's carrying. He's showing you I forget this one. This is saying it's at 4,000 feet. And who the pilot was. So there's a huge amount of information given on the
See that in
photograph.
the end of the war there where the German engineering was bragging about this big bridge they have and they reckoned that the RAF couldn't blow it. And they sent over a few Lancasters with the Grand Slam.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And one landed within a couple of 100 yards of it. The Grand Slam was some bomb, 21,000 pounds.
It was the earthquake bomb.
Earthquake bomb, and then they had the tall boy and the Grand Slam were the two major ones they had.
Yeah.
And the bouncing bomb then for the bridge, for
Yeah.
the
There-
barrel thing, you know.
So these tie up with some of the raids in that there. And it's belonged to this
David
one.
Brown tractors, and David Brown, you see, in Huddersfield was involved with your man Barnes Wallace. He invented
well, I
all
have-
this, you know Barnes Wallace.
Yeah, I have
He
it.
designed the Wellington.
Yeah,
And it was
I
terribly
just-
hard to shoot down the Wellington because it was all wicker work.
Yeah.
The shells that go through, but nothing catch and you could fire away through it, you know.
This here,
It was an air bomber. the
it
Wellington.
shows you the Germans in the worst of it. These is actual original documents from Dachau concentration camp. Now,
Jesus.
they're not dealing with any of the.
Dachau
groups.
was in
This is
Munich,
actually for spark plugs from the garage.
Yeah.
So it shows you the detail that these people were going in and 100 metres away they were killing people. So it gives you an idea of the type of things they're on. You see the stamps.
Right.
You'll see the stamps on them there, the SS.
Yeah, these from
And
the German side,
yeah,
is
the
it?
Waffen SS and the police in Dachau.
Right, yeah. Just, Dachau was in Munich. isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is. It's not too. It's
Might
just
go see
outside.
that,
It.
might go
So
see
that's
that
some of the original stuff.
Yeah,
from.
I was in Sachsenhausen now, that's what that.
Oh yeah.
That was the first one, that was the kind of the precursor of them all.
Yeah.
Not sure Emma Grace or no, there's an awful lot got away.
Where did you check
Pierpoint
it?
hang 600.
Malta, which you would have seen on the page a few times. It's some of the vintage newspaper newsreels.
Carlow, there's someone inside of it. A human's head.
Don't know about it. I don't want to go on about it.
It's obviously the original range.
Alright.
How you doing? Great uniform.
Huh?
Absolutely love the uniform.
You like it? Yeah.
Yeah.
One
Is it yours?
page, yeah, we were member at the in Scotty reenacting group.
Wow.
That's what we do with actor.
So real.
Yeah.
Can we get a photo?
You can, of course, yeah.
Yeah. Really quick.
Where do you want me?
Tell me about the castle. Yeah.
You never seen it.
Absolutely fantastic. I really love it. You take you, and then you can rise here. Excellent, thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, yeah.
I've really only got to go with one camera, I have a three.
Nice to help you.
Lovely to help
It's
you.
literally on the spur of the moment. I just got up this morning and I just put it together. I thought, oh, why not see what happens?
That's lovely.
Oh, stuff here to see it.
There's a lot of stuff actually, a lot more than there was last year as well.
Yeah.
You have to have some of the displays outside are amazing.
Yeah.
Do you come to these often?
And this is the first time here now, really. We've done it. Yes. By the just walk around the part of the opening, like, you know what I mean? For them, like, you know what I mean? Just, well, we've done it. Our boss now is another girl. And the rest there.
Wow. And you do dress up
Dress up and down with all the year shields and our stores, the whole lot, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. That 11 year, are we?
brilliant.
Yeah, but a sort of everything has sort of come to an end now. 23 was sort of the last a bit of the. We'll be stepping up still up in. We're doing McKinney next the 28th. We're doing street battle, red coats, and the pikemen.
I used to do it when I was younger. I actually was breaking for something in Limerick. I used to do all kinds of stuff, and I was, we're going back to the 90s now. You know, I still love doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I was in Braveheart, I was doing the dress up and all the stuff, and everything, so I absolutely loved it myself. You know, really enjoyed it.
Looking at your badge there, you were a former member of the Irish Defence Forces, are retired or?
Irish, there we are.
Royal Irish Guards, is it?
Irish Guards, yeah.
World War II. Tell us this now.
303. It's not firm. It's
Not at all.
Enjoy.
You have to be careful with that stuff now, okay? Put it back up now. Here, do you mind?
last year.
That shop is some yoke for hand and stuff out.
This good stuff. So your magazine. The only safety system on these things was that.
Right, the button.
Yeah, taken out of the slot.
All right.
It was there. And so they were notoriously dangerous in inexperienced hands because it could. You've heard of it, which is mostly a stupid statement. It went off.
Yeah.
Usually, wenting off involves one of these and one of these, and a lack of one of these. That's what causes guns to go off.
I can see that.
But in this thing, you could stumble, drop it. Did you hear the ba-dum?
Yeah.
That's the boat moving. And these things actually could go off.
And what year is that from now?
Well, the Irish Army bought these in about 1960.
Oh, right,
So they come from the mid-50s, they're Swedish. The US Special Forces use these in Vietnam because this, you could drop this down a bog, walk away, come back in 6 months, pick it up and fire it. It was virtually indestructible.
Simple stuff, yeah.
Yeah, very simple. And again, for some strange reason, stick a bayonet on it as well, like, you know. Folding buttstock for use in vehicles makes it that size. I do use that.
Same problem you're having.
We'll put names on each other now in a second.
And then you mentioned
What?
standard transport.
Straight on piece of kit.
Came back.
Yeah. Maybe I
He doesn't remember your name. Yes. First time you actually
And strip them down, then we sell it on Tesco. It's over these, but they're actually decommissioning
Just for show you,
wheel ones and turning them into
No, with this other vehicles. This vehicle.
he's here tricks and shit, you know. Oh, wonderful.
Gaelic, you're getting executed.
How are you?
Gaelic. Get him kneeled down and his hand back over there. He's down there.
that they still fight on our planet.
Oh, sugar.
What's your code, Dad?
Oh yeah, it was grand, yeah. Yeah, we were about the yard.
But that's it, like what happens is
Your job to pay the up for the day, you know.
or even if you're there and a round hits it and it's not enough to go through, it's enough that operates.
Yeah, usually, yeah.
Big problem with arms, it's spot. Even if you
He's your grandfather from the north.
that's what you end up doing, thankfully. Even if they don't penetrate, what happens is they can break the arm. Yeah. So you want to minimise that as much as possible. The idea behind that is A, special operations vehicles. They don't need them. And if they do, they're going to get it. Stick around and fight. They used our trucks for that. And all the guns they had were what were called amalgamated rifles. So they'd be like that. They'd the same size and shape and weight of a real gun. None of the functional parts. None of the expensive bits.
None of the fun bits, you mean?
Exactly.
Sorry, Ben. None of the fun bits. The ammo inside, though. Straight down.
All of these vehicles are up here on their own power. And fingers crossed they'll do the same going back to the big.
You load in there.
You can lift them up for a look, alright, but I wouldn't put them in. So if you would have had radio equipment here, you would have one man here in the machine gun mount. It can either take the 7.62 gun that you see here, that's 0.62mm, or
does that go 360 and roll right around?
it does, yeah. And the gun itself has individual movement, so you movement like this, and then you can turn it around you, so cover all your sectors. You can also take the .5 caliber or 50 caliber that's on the top of the white foot there. That's your anti-personnel weapon. .5 is your anti-everything else. Make quick work with most cars and some small armoured vehicles. So you have here radio equipment, power input, you've got ammunition crates and all the rest of it. And these will be based out of another larger vehicle or another ship. Set up your advanced camps as you go. And you go off. Basically just go and see what's out there. And you come back then.
But these things now.
There,
Yeah, them
in
these
the basket, they can usually fit on the side or the rear. Our smoke grenade on. You get into trouble if you want to run away, make sure they can't see where you go.
There's into a minibus and travel separately when they go to the race.
phone, I open every single pocket to try and find it.
You only have 2 pockets.
Shovel hanging out.
I have to say, that is a crazy looking setup you have on that.
Literally came up with it this morning. Literally, I just like put things together and I was like, hey, that'll do. There's a lot more advanced things out there than this.
There's more advanced things, but none of them look as interesting.
It quite literally was put piece to piece. I was just like finding bits and pieces and sticking it on there and jimmy rigging it, the whole thing.
Well, I mean, if it works, it works.
Well, it does.
If it broke, don't fix it.
I went that way. I went out recently and I had a good phone with me, but it wasn't waterproof.
Yeah.
Stuck it on one of the devices and the rain came out of the heavens, destroyed. So now I have to figure out how I'm going to stop the rain getting on it. So it's literally a work in progress.
Buy a little umbrella. You know those little multicolour umbrellas you see in the hats?
Yes.
Just get one of those.
Well, it would work, wouldn't it? Yeah, completely destroyed an Samsung S70, which supposedly was meant to be waterproof. Well, St. Patrick's Day was a washout, and so was my phone.
Yeah, last time where did you hear they were waterproof? What?
Well, I assumed it would be, but allegedly not.
Clearly it is. I heard some people saying they're waterproof, but I was also told that they aren't.
Well, sure, I was out on St. Patrick's Day, and it certainly tested it to the limit.
The hard way.
I did. Absolutely fantastic display today. Really enjoying it.
This group's first time doing a static display.
I noticed that there was a lot more this year than there was last year.
Like last year we were all here. Last year, in July, that was my first event ever.
Yeah.
So I met this lot here. I joined them while I was here, right?
Mm.
And we've done a few events since in Sligo. There was one in Meath last week, but I didn't go to that one. And we've gone into like Carlow and photo shoots and everything, right? But this is all like our first time actually having everything set up in like an actual display.
Right.
Because usually we just show up and we all just like, walk around looking all cool and shit like what I was doing there.
Because when I was a young lad, I was in the FCA for a while, and I thought it was a lot of fun. They got to strip down some of the guns. It was grand, everything was all right. And then one day I was told we're going to go to Curra and we're going to do some shooting on the range. They gave me my very first gun, magazine. I was scared out of my... So we had to run, duck, shoot, except for me. I ran, duck, fell with the gun on repetition. So the guy beside me had to hold the gun in the air because I just couldn't get my finger off it. He nearly killed everyone.
Stuff like that's guaranteed to happen eventually. Yeah. What age were you when you joined?
I was probably around 15 at the time, 15 or 16.
That sounds like the average when the FCA was still a thing.
That was, yeah. I remember signing all the forms when you sign up for the very first time, and I didn't know what I was doing at the time. And when it came time to go to camp, I was told I couldn't go. And I asked why. So because the forms you filled out are all wrong. And this was like at least a year back. And I said, what's wrong with them? Well, you signed yes to every known disease. I just wanted to get into the FCA, so I was ticking boxes all the way down. So I had everything from syphilis to gonorrhea. I had to go back and I had to get what's it called? I had to get checked with the doctor just to make sure I was okay. So, yeah. What can I say? That was my career in the army. I went
just imagining the confusion of the doctor when he saw that.
I tell you, I went from ACAT to first aid within the space of like 2 months. Just thought, no, Anthony, you're too dangerous. Unless we go to the other side.
Yeah.
Right, thanks very much and enjoy the day.
Yeah.
Well, it's not for anti-personnel, it's for tanks.
Yeah. That's what I think it would be great.
Brilliant.
That's impressive, look.
I quite literally put it together this morning. Literally on the cuff. What I make, because I had a phone last time, it was very shaky and people were like, we're getting seasick, we're not at sea. So I thought I had to get something together. So
trigger the cameras on the two phones at the same time.
I've got one going live. and I've got one recording, a hard copy, because I learned a lesson last time that St. Patrick's Day was a complete washout, and so was my phone. So everything I recorded, gone. So then, of course, let's just get the photos, and that mic picks up everything else.
Very good.
You know?
The fact that it's all steady and you can control it, yeah.
Yeah, I've got the two little pins there like that, so it like uses the whole body as a centre.
Yeah.
So I'm just hoping that these don't fall out. That's the cheap phone, that's the expensive phone. If that goes, that's it, we're
So
done.
your battery's underneath then, yeah?
I just jury-rigged them out there last night, just short-term batteries, just to kind of, in case I start running out. So yeah, just literally on the cuff last couple of hours. You know? Can I get you all together for a photo?
Strap it all to a drone. Yeah, I don't mind, yeah.
So you're actually live as well.
Yeah,
Everybody's seeing you.
You wouldn't know.
Go jump anyway, go jump. The more the merrier. I hope my phone doesn't fall out there. Yeah, thanks very much.
Are you with the museum or are you?
I've got a page on Facebook. It's all about Carlow, and I just like photograph stuff and history and news and events and stuff. So
Yeah, general interest.
yeah, general interest. The other day somebody told me that there was a grave somewhere out there and nobody knew where it was, and I literally went off the moment, went out, discovered the grave in the middle of absolute nowhere, overgrown, stung with nettles.
Oh, jeez.
I could have used it with this military gear. So yeah, a lot of people seem to like the history stuff, so I did that.
Yeah, very good.
And what's your uniform that you got there?
That is, this is what they call, well, in the English term, PDOT.
PDOT.
Which came in 1944, and it would have been issued as a complete suit, trousers as well. So it's made of a herringbone material. It was light. It was actually worn over the wool uniform. They could wear it over that as camouflage, and it was issued to the Waffen SS. Only certain units in the Waffen SS got issued it. So it was late in the war. So it wasn't made of great material, you know, that wasn't very waterproof either. So
Right, it was very light.
that is, it's like it's a herringbone, so it's a form of cotton herringbone material. It has certain colours in it, but they found it was quite effective.
Yeah.
So I mean, even if I suppose if it's a reflection of what they wear today, the modern German Army Bundeswehr, they wear a very similar uniform to this. So then that would be a Waffen SS officer's belt buckle. Then after that, the hat is obviously an officer's hat.
Yeah.
And obviously the breeches and the tall boots. So then the medal on the neck would be the Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross, oak leaves and swords.
Wow.
Which is one of the highest decorations you could get in the Third Reich.
Did you do all this yourself? Did you collect
Yeah,
all
it's all made up. Well, I collect, but this is all reproduction stuff. But it's very high-end reproduction stuff. That's from America, and the hat's from America as well. There's a company down that makes very good reproductions.
Excellent.
And then breeches would just be standard, you know, like riding breeches and tall boots. So I'll be an officer, you know, from the end of the war, like we'll say Normandy. Well, you've seen the Kugelwagen down there. That's mine, the German Kugelwagen. So
yeah,
that would be.
This is absolutely fantastic, because I mean,
fit into line with that.
Yeah, I'm loving the belt.
Oh, the belt.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's they're very unique to the SS, that particular type of belt. So it says my honour is true on that.
Wow.
As with the German army, their one they had a God with us was their title on their God with us. And then that was SS, so my honour is true.
Wow.
And that would have been the same on an SS dagger. It would have been my honour is true on the actual scabbard. So that was the motto.
That's amazing.
Yeah. That's a leather one. They had a canvas version one for the Africa Corps uniform for officers. This part was canvas, and then that part was leather. But that would be like a dress belt.
Yeah, that's amazing. Oh, thank you very much.
Pacific. They had the Totenkopf on the.
I know it's the cross and bones.
Yeah, the Totenkopf, but that goes back for generations, and they dropped it in the Second World War. That would go back even before the First World War.
Right.
So the Hussar regiments. And the Hussar regiments were the elite regiments on horseback. And they wore a busby, like a fur busby.
Right.
And they had they had the skull and crossbones, about the huge, large one, but it didn't have a bottom jaw. It was like the pirate one with the bones on it.
Yeah.
And their uniforms were black and silver because they're an elite regiment.
Right.
And the SS took trappings from that, so they adopted their first skull was like that. It had no jawless skull, and then
I can't remember the date. I think in about 1940 it changed, or in around that period it changed to the full Totenkopf, which is like that. And then they just had the standard eagle and adder on the side. The combination, sometimes the eagle would be above the skull, or sometimes just the skull on its own. It was just a combination that they wore. And that would be in an officer's cavalry twill cap. So
Brilliant.
M43 is the cap. So
yes,
It's absolutely brilliant. Very unique, very authentic as
yeah,
well.
a rundown of it.
Thanks very much.
That's it. No, you're very welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Called the Sturmgewehr STG 44. It was made in 1944. 30 rounds in the magazine. Before that, 5 rounds, 8 rounds, 10 rounds in the year. This is 20. The idea is that the barrel is just as long as it is, say, in that. Boom, 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 I've got 20. The Allies didn't know what the hell they came up against when they saw this. Consequently, it's all stamped.
It wasn't a big deal.
Yeah, that was the idea behind it. You see, that's it's good weight now, still. Compared to the thing, the wooden steel,
25 pound or something.
You can see where the AK-47 came from.
There's a young lad that I know that he buys and sells the shells. He does them all up. He mixed them all.
We have loads of shells. We have a few 50 cals, haven't you? 250 cals, there's a few of them, like he's a slogan, what do you call it? Snag and slogan, a few bits of pieces. Yeah. Yeah, you have a right collection of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it goes up in value as well. Like the 50 cal shells were about a year ago, €1 a piece. Now they go for about 250.
Yeah, no, see, keep them long enough. I was saying they're about 250 now. Like, do you know what I mean? So they probably will go for 50 cal. We got one off the guy, the vegetable shop in the car. I didn't want to just dumb it. And he was talking so much about it, man. Goes over the shelf. Happy day to add to the collection. Yeah.
Keep at it.
Yeah, keep at it. It's a good, it's not a bad hobby. It's
That's not bad.
And you see that thing there, that stream long?
Yes. Take it around here, rustling the bushes beside you. You take this out, click it, right? If it's an American or British soldier responding, they will go as a response. If you don't hear that, you shoot the fucking bunch.
Just quick.
Just have a look at where the levy is.
Yes, I did. I know how you. I saw them actually driving earlier this morning. In fact,
I'm in conversation there now, but.
Hello, me or sorry.
never.
Thanks very much for the car first.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Got to hold me hand again.
There, I thought that was it.
That's what I so you go up there by the old scar.
I didn't notice I was on the road.
Things be there.
They should have check out.
Yes, because you'd have, you couldn't stand being changed where it was low.
No, wait, no, look, look. Look, this one was Steve's hat. That was Steve's hat.
Hey Anthony, how are
Hey,
you?
how are you? So we're an hour and a half into the military display. I have to say there's been an absolutely fantastic turnout. I don't think I've seen as many. I mean, I've seen many, but this year seems to have improved upon last year. Fantastic military displays outside. How you doing?
How are you?
Oh, you had a job going around the back.
Like us.
Shield, yeah. Yeah.
That's a good fasting. What is that accelerate fasting that is?
Sure, I put it all together this morning off the cuff. I did a couple of cameras, a couple of phones, microphone, and jury rig.
My brother's in that one.
Normally I just have the one camera today that said, oh, just go a little bit extra, see what happens. Thanks very much. Hope you enjoyed this day. Thank you. How are you doing?
You don't actually use the gun with this only combat. I'm not trying to pull you up.
No.
Watch it there now. So Sean, put your hand on the
You're on the hook, you know.
So it's very important to keep cool under pressure in all situations.
You know the chair was a male model before you know.
It's a male model. For habits.
I seen Braveheart now. I know what you do with the kilts.
Well, I'm not going to show up. I'm not going to throw it up.
Can you see the kilt? Can you? I stand back.
If you see me this morning trying to put it on.
Get the knees now. Yeah.
And I put the rocket cane out there.
That's it. I should hold that.
Sorry.
Come in together. Don't worry. I'm sure you don't fight much.
You're okay.
We won't bite each other.
That is some bit of kit, isn't it?
I quite literally put it together this morning.
Lovely job.
So you have two phones plus the
What's
camera.
the phone for? Is that picking up the pictures? Is it?
So that's
Recording.
live. Yeah, it's live recording on Facebook. This is the hard copy is recording everything that sees.
And your sound as well.
And the sound as well.
Masterpiece.
I was doing St. Patrick's Day and I had two phones and I lost one because of the rain. And I was just holding them, one in one hand, one in the other hand, trying to take the photos at the same time. It was nearly impossible, so I decided to just come up with something that they're all together.
That must be for weddings and everything, is it?
Well,
You
it's
do
literally
functions. You do functions with it.
completely amateur.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
completely, yeah.
Well, you're
No
very
professional at all. Sure, I just a few bits and pieces around
You
the house.
obviously picked up a lot of skill out watching it.
I used to love MacGyver.
Yeah.
You know, just put it all
I've
together.
never seen a cameraman with that stuff. Have you?
No.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, it's just like, I said, like the hard copy, live records, photographs and video, sound into there, so like all hard copy. You know.
The sound and everything else, the whole TV station here.
Pretty much. I've got a page on Facebook called It's All About Carlow. And I do history and stuff.
Oh, Argyll and Southern Highlands.
Right, do that again.
I'll share mine and you share what you. Do you know what you are?
The Argyll and Southern Highlands.
Louisiana National Guard, USA.
Brilliant, and the salute.
Can't
with a rifle.
Can't salute with a weapon.
Oh, that's true. Well done.
Can't never salute with a weapon.
We're ex-professionals.
The weapon has to be on the ready at all occasions. Subversive.
And tell me who you?
I'm Colour Sergeant Joe Murphy. They're Argyll and Southern Highlanders.
Brilliant. And this young lad here. Bit young to be a general.
Oh yeah, I am.
Younger
I'm a
every day?
major actually.
Oh, major. Oh
my God.
Major from the 8th Army. I believe it's Vietnam, was it?
You're actually a bit late. 1968, yeah, Vietnam.
You're good for 60.
Can I ask a question? How did a young man get up to major something like the army?
It's the uniform.
Is it because of his education or what?
No,
he knows
combat experience.
He knew somebody.
I was offshore for about 4 times, so.
Oh, what?
So he graduated from school.
What does that mean nowadays?
It means that I was outside of US 4 times.
Yeah, what's your accent? What nationality are you?
Polish is Polish.
Polish, oh, good lad. He's not freaking shoot that Putin over there, can you not?
I used to be in the FCA when I was younger.
Yeah.
I was in the ACA and I had to be transferred to the medics.
Right.
Yeah.
Because when we went out to Corra camp, I accidentally let the gun off
Really?
It wasn't done on purpose. We were running and diving.
On the ranges?
On the ranges, and they went into repetition. And he said, you know what, you either join the other side or you join medics.
You're
I joined
okay.
medics.
I was
So,
on
so it wasn't the 303, it was the FN, was it?
Yeah, the FN.
I was on the range with a GPMG, and there was a Kerry chap beside me, firing at the target, and the NCO done something stupid. Instead of walking behind the men, he walked in front of them, and as he put his foot over your man's barrel, he let off a string around. No, it was the mercy of God he didn't get his legs shot off. But the poor old chap from Kerry got eaten over.
Oh, I bet
But
he
then
did.
you never, they're the ones who are meant to use extra precaution. You should have never walked behind a man.
Yeah.
Sorry, in front of the man.
That was the instructor's fault.
The instructor wasn't doing his job.
Amazing. And how are you enjoying everything today?
It's grand, and thank God the sun has come out.
Oh, absolutely.
Great day, you know, and as I said, just bring back memories of when I was in Vietnam and Hamburger Hill.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
That's another story.
Yeah, it's true, yeah.
Yeah, it certainly is bigger than last year. I don't think there was as much. So
more interest this year.
Yeah, hopefully it'll get bigger and bigger.
It's the military vehicles, they add everything.
Going well, isn't it?
For me, it's the uniforms and everything. I think that's really good. You know, the
uniforms are good.
Yeah.
This is the Louisiana National Guard. This is the one of the regiments.
My guy in the Southern
regiments.
Thanks, Les.
As I said, we have.
Yeah. Polish. I met the Germans over there.
We have the Germans over there.
And 101st Airborne beside them.
And the Americans.
They have all the the one is cheapest. Jerk out spoke of second is absolutely brilliant bit of kit, you know.
The guy in the red, no, that was.
No.
Was that the uniform?
Khaki.
Khaki, the winter in the Boer, because the Boers actually did a guerrilla warfare action. The British Army changed their kit to khaki then after that. And the guy on the left hand side is colonial. It's African campaign or probably India.
That would be the Michael Caine movies.
Yeah.
No, well, yes, it would be Michael Caine.
He's under one Zulu.
But it's funny with that because I had a great grandfather that fought in the Boer War.
Really?
Yes, and in the First World War. In Wexford. He survived. Great grandfather.
Every time I see the uniforms like that, the first thing that comes to mind is Michael Caine, but the second one that comes to mind is what's his name from Carry On.
Oh, you carry up the caravan.
That's the one.
That's it, yeah.
That's the one. I like that film. It's funny, isn't it?
Lovely. Right, enjoy the day.
Yeah,
thanks very much. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you all.
Best luck with your kiss.
Fingers crossed.
It's unbelievable.
It's just
Can they run on a trolley or something, can it?
It could do. You could strip a trolley onto it and you could literally... Yeah. One of the problems...
You have a live action feed on it, have you? Kind of.
Live action feed is here.
Yeah.
The hard copy is here.
Yeah.
So I'll always have two copies. One, because I lost my phone during St. Patrick's Day. The rain destroyed the phone.
Yeah.
So I couldn't get the footage.
The data, yeah.
So now I've got this, the backup, photographs, mic, pick everything up.
There's 4,000 or 5,000 euros worth of kit there, isn't there?
Not really. If I'm honest with you, that's 20 euro.
Oh, really, yeah?
Got them in home store for 10 euros each.
Yeah.
That's an old A21. It's only like 60, 70 euros in the cheap shop. That's the more expensive one. That's a 300, 400 euro phone. This was given to me, I bought a camera, it developed a fault, and I accidentally embarrassed the company to give me a more of an upgrade.
Fantastic.
So they gave me this one. And it's all just jury rigged with this, that and the other. It's still a work in progress.
No, but the thing about it is, you having all that equipment, you need to do weddings or something like that, communions or something like that, to make it pay for itself.
Could do, yeah.
No matter what it is, it's money.
It's all money these days, you know, and I kind of use the body itself as another piece of instrument, you know, centres. So if I wanted to, I could get a piece on here.
Can you update that to Facebook or anything like this type thing?
Oh, this is actually live right now. Everyone's watching as we speak.
And you can put your own promotion on it, you know, advertising.
I could do, yeah.
And that way,
well, if anybody wants to buy me a new phone, you know where I am.
Brilliant.
But no, I just do it for fun. It's nothing professional, just for amateur, you know.
It is.
Yeah, it's great. And actually, I did get a couple of hundred people asking me, all right, like, when is it on, where is it on, you know.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
That's, you know, everyone's turn up.
Is there any, does the camera take infrared, like you can take the pictures of the museum inside?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because that once, you know,
everything else more so. That's what the day is all about.
Yeah, I've literally been in and I've done a tour there 3 times. I stopped off at each one and I've kind of photographed and recorded everything. And
Is that granite? Is it stone?
it is. I think that came from the local quarry, didn't it?
Oh, yeah. That'd be 17th century, at the end of 17th
Like,
That's where your friend said his man died when married in the church.
well, I'll tell you, there was a church here, right there, and it's called St. Anne's.
Yeah.
And they stripped it down brick by brick.
Really?
Right, in 1860 something, and they moved it to the other side.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Right. And they built it everything except the spire, because when they were building the spire, one of the workmen was crushed when the rocks came down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have had a lovely square.
There must have been a bell in that at one stage as well.
I think there was.
How are you doing? You're an next service, was it?
I love the way the kind of crystals kind of shine there. Right, gentlemen, I'm going to fly around. Nice to meet you all.
Likewise. Best of luck to you.
By the wayside.
Advertise yourself.
What to eat?
Well, that's what you want.
Well, I'm paying €160. I want to be on TV.
Definitely what to do. The other thing I'm on is I'm in
the family of gas and
There you go.
I am.
Hello. So what do we have here? Can you give me a...
Polish Army, World War II.
Yeah. And have you been doing this long yourself?
Yeah.
Lovely uniform.
Yeah, thanks.
And is that Polish or?
It is Polish.
Yeah.
Everything here is Polish.
It's weird you get the newspaper.
Yeah.
Is it a replica or real?
It's a replica.
A replica.
Is it a real one? No chance.
Actually, we do have a real one.
We have original German newspaper.
Really?
Yeah, it's very old and it's in a bit. I have that here actually.
Yeah, I do like reading the old newspapers. I'm actually I have the National Archives and to be reading all the stuff from the past, and you'd be surprised some of the stuff you'd find.
So as I said, that's all replica, but the German ones is.
Wow.
No, not here. There might be there in a different.
Check out the bigger ones.
There, here. Yeah, they're here. Robbers.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
That
can
is
you
precious.
open that? Sure. Can you?
Oh my.
Sorry for the flag.
Yeah. That's the German.
That's how old? 1941. Oh my god. That is a precious piece of thing. Oh, I would be putting a lock on that. And how did you come across that?
That was on the website. I got that from Poland.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Because I know a friend of mine in England, they were fixing their house and they were taking up the carpet and under
they
it,
found.
they found. And because of the way the carpet was, it was pressed and it was in perfect condition.
But that was the German.
I know that.
It was a British one at the
Oh,
time,
the British
supporting the war.
Right. Can you hold?
I can.
Yeah, just here.
There we go.
Those are no flags.
This one, it's a Nazi flag. It's on the ground as it should.
This one's a Nazi flag and the one inside is a Japanese
It
Empire
is
flag.
Japanese because my son likes the Japanese.
Reasons.
I like it too. It looks like the sun.
Is that your gun?
No.
No, that's our gun.
All right.
But I want to use it to defeat the Germans.
There you go.
For revenge.
Old canteen.
You can find that stuff on the internet.
You'd be surprised what you can find these days. It's amazing, isn't it? Thanks very much and enjoy the show.
Yeah.
Hello. Smile for the camera.
Okay.
Thank you. Check it out. Donation to that. And some great news on Friday, so people dressed up as singers in 1 hour 20 minutes. And to share a video. And to say hello.
And of course this man here.
Is that right? What's his name?
Donald.
Donald.
He joined in the night.
Yeah. Yeah. And Mum was here. That's good. That's good to hear.
She was here this morning.
Yeah.
There's just so much.
It's excellent. Excellent. Excellent.
Hello.
How are you two?
Sorry.
Lovely to see you.
You too.
A joy to be here this